If we do get visited by intelligent alien life, what are the odds they'll unwittingly carry a deadly pathogen that decimates our population in the years that follow? The chances of their pathogens being able to eat us is about the same as the chances of us being able to eat their food with no ill effects. So very, very low. No one can possibly know. Extraterrestrial life is hypothetical, and we have no idea how varied or similar it might have to be. Any alien race with the technology to visit us will have developed medical science far beyond what we can imagine, and so would be able to prevent that if they wanted to. Well, if we take the number of alien species and the number of alien pathogens that could wipe us out somewhere between 0 and 100. Unwittingly, I would say highly unlikely. If they can go that far, they would either be doing it intentionally or would have protective measures in place. Even more likely will be the ones infecting them with a pathogen that decimates them. Pathogens will be the least of our problems when England lands in America. Sorry, I mean when aliens land on Earth. It's entirely possible in both directions that could happen. Highly likely they would carry it, highly unlikely we will die from it. They either destroy us in actual war, or make friends with us and take proper precautions to not pass diseases to us, and ours to them. They could also be life based on something else entirely, and their diseased don't even work on our type of life. The chances of anything coming from Mars is 1,000,000 to 1. Unless they have the aim to conquer our planet already, a scientifically wise alien race who visits our planet would use environmental suits previously cleaned to avoid any contamination. Also, the opposite may happen. Earth pathogen may attack their organisms and kill them, so they would have to protect themselves. Greater than zero, but that's all we can say. We have no way of knowing what form their pathogens take, and if they'd be remotely compatible with our biology. There's two schools of thought on that. Any pathogen from off-planet will be specialized to infect alien biology, so it won't be able to infect humans. Anything from not having DNA and not needing it, but doesn't infect a human cell to just being based on another element than carbon could do the trick. An alien pathogen is so foreign to the human immune system that it has no idea how to even identify it, let alone fight it. The but might swoop in and turn the human body into a few billion of itself inside of an hour. Bold of you to assume we are not the ones carrying a deadly pathogen to their species. Pathogens have evolved to target specific species, which means they usually don't jump species. We all know certain pathogens do jump species, but it's usually closely related species and requires extensive contact with that species. For example, avian flu generally doesn't infect humans, but due to extreme contact between humans, it seems to be slowly evolving to infect humans and be transmitted through humans. The biology of an alien should be sufficiently different that we would be immune to all their diseases, just as we are immune to plant diseases. There is some interesting research coming out suggesting that viruses have evolved with humans. Basically, their DNA indicates that our evolution has affected theirs, and vice versa. Obviously, this is only one pathogen type, and the research is still only in its early stages, but should we discover that this is indeed the case, then it suggests that alien viruses wouldn't be able to infect us, and human viruses wouldn't be able to infect them. That is highly likely for it to work by infecting us or even us infecting them. Gotta believe that if you have technology for travel amongst the stars, you'd likely have pretty good medical know-how too. Maybe they are already here. We just wonder what country they are from. Just another illegal immigrant. The chances that their DNA or equivalent will interact with ours is quite small, I would say. Very, very low. Evolution is not as simple as superior and inferior. It's entirely environment dependent. What may be thriving to a very high degree elsewhere would probably still do very poorly on Earth with an entirely different environment, which all species have evolved to adapt to here. Hell, species here go extinct very quickly by even slight environmental changes, whereas we are most adapted to our particular environment. I doubt a pathogen that has evolved to fight the dangers of their environment would be suitable and even outperform all the pathogens or organisms that have specifically evolved here for our environment, on our own turf. The only way would be if their environment was ridiculously similar to ours, probably.